Hello everyone. If you've been following me, you know that this video is a part of a series where I'm contributing to the Biome project. So let's get back to it.
Edo, hurry up.
So I didn't receive any additional comment since my last commit. But as I was saying during my previous video, I still need to add the Autofix action, which will allow users to be able to fix the diagnostics that they will receive. So basically during this video, I will try to add the Autofix action. So let's get back to it. So here I wrote the action that will allow the user to be able to quick fix the diagnostics that he will receive. And basically here what the action is doing is that if there is a return statement, so this return statement will run this action when the user try to make a quick fix, because the linter will suggest that, okay, there is something that needs to be fixed here. And also per the suggestions that I receive, if the return statement is related to a GX object, then also we need to add parentheses around that object. I mean, the reason is that in JavaScript, if you have this, you can write a return statement with an arrow function like this. So if you run this function, you see that it returns undefined. So for this one to work, you need to add parentheses around that. So that's the reason why if our return statement is related to an object expression, then we need to add parentheses around that. So basically, that's what I wrote for my action. And I got inspired by looking at other actions that were written, namely, for instance, the way the action was written for the use error function as well. So that's what helped me to write this action, because I was saying during my previous video, I needed to see how the action is written for other rules, and this one could help me to write the implementation for this use consistent error return rule. So I wrote this action, and to be able to test it, so what I have to do is that I try to generate a binary for Biome, and to help to do that, I look at the documentation and to see how to be able to generate the binary. So I use this command line here to build the binary, and then here it generates a binary in the target debug directory. So I have it generated here. So it's already generated. So it was generated here. So we can run it again if you want. So yeah, because it was already generated, so that's why it was quick. So it was generated here. So I copied this binary here, and then I created a new project to see how it works. I created a new project that I called use Biome project, and then I created two files, example.js and example.ts, and then I have this one. So here, this function test, let's suppose that it uses a return statement. So what will happen? So we can do the same thing with this one as well. Let's suppose that it uses a return statement. So when I will run my linter, again, if you had a look at the getting started with Biome to see how to lint the project and to also to make the quick fixes, that's how I got this command line here. When I run this command, it automatically remove the return statement. That's exactly what we want to have. We can also try to use the object annotation as well to see how it will if it will add the parentheses around the object. So let's suppose that we want to have something like, so we can have something similar as well here. It's complaining because of the typing. Okay, let's get to it. Let's run it in this Linter and see how it behaves. So here we see that it has added the parentheses around the object. That's exactly what we want to have. So I guess my commit is ready to be pushed. So I could make a new commit here and say so maybe last thing to add is that to add this auto fix action, I also had to add these entries here. So I saw how it's written for these use error functions. That's how I wrote this. I'm not sure if maybe that's exactly the same thing that needs to be added, but we will see. Maybe I got a comment as in on GitHub, and if needs be, I can make some changes here. All right, so let's make this commit, and then I can push it. So now my autofix action is done, and the other suggestion that I got last time was about the change set that needs to be added as well. So the change set, and for the change set, if I have a look at the documentation, the configuration guide, it says that to generate a change set, I just can do just that. So this change set is about the Biome package. So to know if it's a major or a minor, so normally I have to look again at the documentation to know if it's a major, minor, or a patch. So after having a look at the documentation, so I think that my change should be a minor, not a patch nor a major. So if I get back to the CLI, so the package that is affected is the Biome package. So which packages should have a major bump? Don't think any of them. So we should have a minor bump. I think that it should be a minor change. So for the summary, I could say that, so again, if I look at the documentation, I think that this one, it fits well, that Biome now support I could say, the error body style of ESLint. I'm not sure if I understand this correctly, but let me just accept the default true. So the change set is now added. Now that I'm having a look at the change log, it helps me to know how I can write my change set. So I copy this from the change log, and then I will write something similar here. So now the name of my rule is, so let me just copy because I wrote it here. So this is the rule, is use consistent error return, and this rule also is a part of ESLint and is the use arrow body style. And also I could copy also the link to the documentation here. So I think that should do it. So I think that I'm good here. So I could just have a look at how it looks like on GitHub. So this is my pull request here, and now I should see the changes I've made. So the automatic code rabbit AI is in progress. It all looks good to me. So maybe I'll just wait for my PR to be reviewed, and maybe after I could take it from there. I know. I wanted to merge too, but that's the final lesson in open source. It's always a lesson in patience. So I may get maybe more comments from these pull requests, and I may have to get back and fix them. But until then, happy coding and see you in the next video.